Hey everyone, welcome back to another week of Q&A. You leave your questions for me on Twitter, and then I answer them. Now, there's a bit of a craziness going on because I asked the question, and then I got spammed so quick when I loaded the website. A lot of the stuff didn't load, but they loaded on my phone, so you're going to hear a lot of me switching back and forth, trying to get all of your questions in as fast as I can. First comes up from Mortalized. I can't fucking read today. How do we go about getting a Machinima avatar t-shirt? Now, if you look at my Xbox Live avatar, you'll notice that, yes, I am wearing a Machinima t-shirt. I can't divulge that information right now, but information is coming soon on how you, too, can have a Machinima t-shirt. It'd be kind of cool. Mubsy LFC. Best pink video game character. They're going to ask me my favorite pink music video. Shoot. It's actually going to be my Space Marine that I created for Space Marine, the online portion. I made my Space Marine pink, and he's fucking awesome. Speaking of awesome, Awesome Possums wants to know, do you think there will be a Star Wars Battlefront 3 or Fable 4? Now, rumor is the Free Radical guys are now working on Time Splitters 4. After that, who knows, they could do Battlefront 3 if they get the licensing from LucasArts. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Who knows what they're going to do with that franchise, if it will ever come back. I don't know, but it should still be $5 on Steam right now if you want to play Battlefront 2. Go nuts for that. Alright, let's see if we're catching up yet on here. No. Nathan, STR, think you're going to get and or like Gears 3. Kovic, yeah, I'll get Gears of War 3 in some capacity. I don't know what kind of copy I'll get of the game, but I will play it just because I have to. It's such a big franchise, you can't ignore it. Will I like it? I don't know. It's supposed to be good, but I'm personally tired of the series. I'll give it a go for a little bit, but hey, I play everything. That's kind of my job anyway. I can't complain about it. So, right now I still have Resistance 3 to finish. I will finish it today. I know I will. I only have like 3 chapters left. And then El Shaddai, which is actually a really good game. If you get a chance, take a look at that one. It is weird as hell, coming from the guys who made Okami. But yeah, check that one out as well. Godshock Z, what are the odds of you playing some Resistance 3 with me sometime? Now, I mentioned just right now that, yes, I do have Resistance 3, but it's a work copy. I didn't really think I wanted to buy the game, because I heard it's got kind of a short single player. You have to get that online pass to play multiplayer for Resistance. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to me, though the game does play pretty well for a PS3, console shooter. Very Call of Duty-esque, which, say what you will about Call of Duty, it has the best controls online. But the game does play at a low frame rate, so I don't know how that's going to pan out for me. Do I really have time for another multiplayer game when the Battlefield 3 beta is going to be coming out soon, and then, Battlefield 3 will be out, and the Modern Warfare, and don't know if I have time. And then, the new Halo Reach maps, it's madness. So, I should play it just so I can round it out. But also, Space Marine multiplayer is badass. Play it if you have not. AH_Dazzle Shine. Do you ever get overwhelmed with IG Daily? It gets a little frustrating at times when, I don't know if you noticed, but our cold opens, the little skits we do in the beginning, those are all basically made up on the spot. Sometimes I'll have a weekend to think about something, but some of our best stuff is like just a last minute thing. It's like we just come up with an idea and see if it works. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but that's why we get to try it out 5 times a day. And I'm always really happy with the weekly show. If you did not see this one, that one's always kind of like a way to just kind of unwind and bitch about things that I normally don't get to bitch about, like COD commentaries and stuff like that, which is tongue-in-cheek, being funny. Chill out. Mac Respawn, can your boss, aka Rob Talbert, be in one of the upcoming Inside Gaming dailies? I could ask him. He's always so busy and doing a bunch of other stuff, so I don't know if he'd ever make it. Tai Akaban 1, you mispronounce it again. Have you played Deus Ex Human Revolution yet, and what are your thoughts? I'm always going to mispronounce your name, because you got a weird fucking name. I'm sorry. Yeah, finished Deus Ex. Really good game. Fucked up boss fights, which I just found out today. There was a link on Reddit about how those boss fights are actually outsourced to a different company. Makes so much more sense when you think about it. I just wish they would have given you more options to finish the boss fights. Maybe there are, and I just didn't see them, but from what I could tell, you just shoot people. Except one of the boss fights towards the end was very reminiscent of Metal Gear Solid, and I realized at that point that the game is basically just Metal Gear Solid from the first-person perspective, because it works. It's a really good game, especially from the stealth aspect of it. But yeah, Deus Ex was a fantastic game. Harry Rogers 2. How much would... your silly jokes. Epic Pandisa Wise. Better game in your opinion, Gears of War 3 or Halo CE Remastered? I don't know. Neither of those games are out yet. Now, to be fair, Gears of War 3 is a whole new campaign, whole new single player, single player, multiplayer, co-op, all that stuff. Halo is just Halo 1 with pretty textures, and you can play online co-op. So, based on those two right there, I would say Gears of War 3 is the better purchase. If you don't want to replay the same game, but hey, maybe you want to relive the last a game from 10 years ago that made you feel funny inside, so who knows. Black Bar 2. Your thoughts on Resistance 3 since you have played it now? It's very reminiscent of Half-Life 2. Billy Shibley told me that before right after he beat it, and I didn't really believe him. Playing through it, it's really awesome, because I never really got into the Resistance series. It seemed to kind of just generic, like, alien invasion, blah, 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 whatever. This is a very scaled-down game, speaking about Resistance 3. It's just, it's a lot more, everything's kind of on a human level. Just to give you a quick backstory, basically the Chimera have taken over 90% of the Earth, and it's just kind of you alone with this old dude trying to make it to New York for a certain reason, without spoiling too much. You're just kind of seeing how this end of the world scenario is affecting people all around the world, because you're making your way up from like Ohio to New York, and you're just kind of getting beaten down along the way. It's very reminiscent of like The Road, but it feels very Half-Life 2, how like dark it can get at times, and how there's one level that's like almost exactly like Ravenholm. But yeah, really good game so far. Just a good single player. It's really short. Like I said, you could beat it like in an afternoon almost if you just rush right through it. Maybe a day and a half. So good rental. If you love the series, you might want to buy it so you can do the co-op and do the multiplayer. But pretty good game. Beast Turfer. Just like I said, I can't read today. What do you think about the console gameplay of BF3 on Xbox 360, and do you think it will look better on PS3? Console-wise, I think they're going to probably look pretty identical. Let's take a step back here and realize PS3 and 360 are two platforms, two consoles that came out roughly, it's like 5 years ago. Tech is so old and DICE has already said BF3 is made for the PC. So whatever you see on one console is probably what it's going to look like on the other console. It looked pretty cool. Yeah, it was a night level, but then actually looking at it like closer inspection, I was like, it's a little blocky. It's not as pretty as I thought it would be. But hey, that lighting engine, whatever they're working on, looks fantastic. So whatever console you want to get on, it's probably just a controller preference at that point. And do you want online for free, or do you want to play for Xbox Live? And do you want to sue Sony? Oh, you can't do that anymore. Never mind. Westlow 2, do you like men? I love all men. Well, there's a lot of guys I like, like Friends and stuff. They're cool. So yes, I do like men. Peter, 93. Hey, I don't know if you are big on the PC, but out of Guild Wars 2 and Terra Online, which one would you play? I've seen a little bit of Terra. Played Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is fantastic. It is... I've said this before, but I am not an MMO guy, but Guild Wars 2, there's something about it that I really like. I can't really explain it. Maybe it's the art style, it's the way the game plays. But it's one of the reasons why I bought a PC this year. Every time I played, I was like, this game is really cool. Not to mention all the free-to-play stuff that's coming out, like, was it Firefall, and then Blacklight Retribution, and then Tribes. It's like, I kind of have to get a PC now. This is me switching to my phone, trying to get more questions so I don't leave any of you guys out. Here we go. Zorro HD, is Machinima going to do a prestige run in Modern Warfare 3? I'm pretty sure we will. Fun fact. Watch the show tomorrow. If this goes through, I think it will. We're going to show off our new live stream room. I think it just finished this weekend. It is badass. So you'll be able to see where we will be live streaming our next live. I think our Gears one is on Tuesday. And then who knows what we're doing after that. But the new room is just badass. You guys are going to love it. Goomba, that's Goomba AE. Looking forward to any Nintendo titles coming out? If so, are you planning to play through any of them? Yes, Skyward Sword. I just bought a 3DS recently, so I got to get, Star Fox 64, and then the Mario Land 3D look cool, Mario Kart 3DS, yeah, a bunch of Nintendo stuff. And then, who knows, maybe I'll buy that retarded-looking dual pad thing that makes the 3DS 2 times bigger than it needs to be. This is the Adham Fresh. What are you most excited for? Diablo 3, Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, or Gears of War 3? Or it did an acronym, so it could even be God of War 3. And which aspect of it? So which game with a 3 in it am I most excited for? Of all of those, I'm probably least excited for Gears of War and Modern Warfare, just because they're two series that haven't really evolved much. Now, let's look at this, the jump from Diablo 2 to Diablo 3. Now, that's huge. That is crazy. So I'm very excited about that. Actually, just watched like a 14-minute playthrough. John something, he's a British man, but he did a walkthrough that got me very interested in it, because he got into the beta, that lucky son of a bitch. And then look at the jump from Battlefield 2 or even Bad Company 2 to Battlefield 3. That is like, holy shit, they look like two totally different games. So of all of those, I'm most excited for it's an even split between Diablo 3 and Battlefield 3, just because of how different they are in terms of gameplay. Diablo 3, just because I never really got into the Diablo franchise. I like Torchlight. Yeah, go ahead, kill me, whatever, razz me for not playing Diablo, whatever. But this looks awesome. And then Battlefield 3, just because I'm a Battlefield fan. So those two games. The real Steve-O, any tips on someone wanting to get into the media gaming industry? Thanks. P.S. Machinima UK office anytime soon. Nothing on the Machinima UK office. Best advice I can give you, if you want to get into this industry, is just do it on your own for a little bit. It's really easy to start a blog or start a YouTube channel. Do whatever the hell you want. You'll get noticed if you're good enough. That's sucks, but that's kind of how people are getting jobs now. If if you're good, you'll get found by someone. A good example is a friend of mine, Nick Chester from Destructoid. He had been there for a number of years and just recently got a job at Harmonix. So Destructoid they're not going to pay you a lot of money, but they found him and he worked it for a few years, and then now he's somewhere better. Same with Dr. Disrespect. He was on our channel, or Respawn's channel, for a while on Machinima, and then he got picked up by Sledgehammer Games, and now he's the PR dude over for Modern Warfare 3. That's freaking crazy. So that's probably the best way you can do it. It's a measure of steps, and you kind of have to plot a course that you cannot plot. So you're kind of just running willy-nilly, and it's the best advice I can give you, is just do it on your own, and people will find you. Andrew Aquino 1, what was your first day at Machinima like? I built chairs. I'm not even kidding. My first day there, they didn't have much for me to do. So they had some office chairs, and I built them. And I think the company still might have some of them. They may have thrown them away. I don't know. That was my first thing I ever did. Possibly Rob Knob. Top 3 films of all time. Oh, don't ask me that. I'm always going to say RoboCop. Let's make it a bit easier. Top films this year. I can give you 2 of them. One was Attack the Block, and the other one was Drive. Go see those movies. They're fucking awesome. And then, Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids was good. So those are my top 3 movies of this year, not of all time. I'm sorry, I totally skewed your question. Chris, 2900, do you like your job, and how did you get it? Did you go to college? I've answered this before. I'll give you the really quick version of it. I love my job. How did I get it? I answered, I was working somewhere else, and someone got an email and said, hey, Machinima's hiring, do you want to go work there? And I went there. Did I go to college? Yes, briefly. Went for about 2.5 years. Didn't really like it, but I got my internship through there at G4, so I'll never poo-poo college, because it got me where I am today, so go to college. JG Bryan, how would you feel about a Muppet show on Machinima? I would love it. I want to make Celebrity Spacesuit Adventure. I've already talked to a bunch of my friends about this. I need to take like a week off of work to do more work so I can make Celebrity Spacesuit Adventure. And I had this whole other idea where after the characters are like done talking to God, God turns around and he's in a world like with Mr. Rogers style, where there's like an actual human being, let's say like a gaming celebrity or something like that, which is a horrible term, but maybe even a real celebrity. That'd be hilarious. Like Jeff Goldblum's just standing there and like, hey God, you okay? And he's like, well, I don't know, Jeff, those guys down there are jerks. And then they do like a little song. It'd be the greatest show of all time, or the worst show of all time. So I want to make that. Yes, Muppets, puppets, everything. Karis, do you think there will be a Final Fantasy VII Remake? Do you want one, and would you want remastered graphics for it as well? Do I think there's one? Yes. Are they going to put it out? Probably never. Would I want it? No. I don't think the game has aged well. I think Square needs to focus more on just improving the franchise forward. I think Final Fantasy 13 was a good kick in their nuts. They realized just by putting Final Fantasy in something, it won't sell as well as they think it will. So I want them to just go back and make a good Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy IX for me was just the pinnacle of the series. It was just so perfect. Didn't have too much of that, manly boy, lady boy fucking shit going on. And also, look, I understand they have to make it for a few different regions. You have the European region, you have the Japanese region, you have the American region, which are totally different. We all perceive things differently. And, you know, Japan really likes whatever the fuck they're doing. So, I don't know, maybe they should just open up like an American studio that does Final Fantasy for America or something. And makes me happy. Or I don't know, maybe they just keep doing what they're doing. Final Fantasy VII brings up bad memories. The Top Skull. Do you think... LOLs? Oh yeah, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword will play, and will you buy it? Will play like... What do you think... I've already played it, so sorry, your question was confusing me. It plays a lot like Twilight Princess on the Wii. With the exception of having a sprint button now. So, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a good game. I just need, like, you know, a lot of time to devote to it. It looks badass. I like Zelda. It's a great franchise. RTA94, why don't you make any machinima for your own channel? Because it takes a lot of work. It may not look like it, but, you know, you also just don't have the equipment set up, and you have to have patience, you have to have friends over, and head bob, and, you know, other stuff. Or I could do it in, you know, Source Engine or something on my PC, but then I gotta learn how to do that, and it's like, I mean, I could do Gmod, but that just looks like shit. It's just really, you know, maximum effort, minimal return. This is easier for me to do for you guys because I'm just directly interacting with you. I hope you get most out of this, is that I'm just talking, and you're getting some good questions that you probably normally would not get anywhere else on Machinima, because I typically can't answer these questions, or I just don't have time during the work week. But, you know, give me a day like this, and I'll just talk into a microphone for the day while the missus runs out and sleeps with her personal trainer. That's what I guess she's doing. I'm just kidding, if any of you were really upset by that. How would you feel about a Muppet Show? Oh yeah, I already got that one. Joe MLG, when do you think gaming will become so overwhelming that everyone will will only play Pong? I don't know if that was really a question. Mighty Owl Tight. Like I said, I can't fucking read today. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person. What would you like to see for the next GTA or Fallout? Well, we can only really answer one of those. Now, GTA... Fuck it, I'll answer both of these. Next GTA, want it to just be... I don't know. You know, they should just go what they did with 4 and just make it a full RPG. That's what they do. Next Fallout, I just want to see Fallout with Skyrim graphics. XI Flame X, who is your favorite video game character of all time? If it's a series, which game of the series is it your favorite in? Off the top of my head, probably Snake from Metal Gear Solid 1, just because I was like, cool, white people are awesome. I could be like that one day if I do sit-ups, have massive abs, that'd be sweet. And David Hayter is a badass. The Serial Kills, how has Machinima changed from the Inside Halo days to now? There's like 200 people working there. When I worked there, when we were doing Inside Halo, it was like 3 dudes. It was nobody. So, yeah, it's fantastic to see this company grow, and just that it keeps growing. So, yeah, a lot has changed since the Inside Halo days. Especially doing Inside Gaming has been a lot better for me, just because I have content now. I can't just talk about Halo all day. It's impossible. WW Braveheart 4, do you understand the wave particle duality theory? Love you, by the way. No, I don't, but that's an excellent question. J Miz, do you think more games should come with limited edition consoles, or is it just a good way of getting money out of diehard fans? Yeah, I've always wondered about the whole limited console thing, or the limited edition console, just because it's like, what? You know, really? You want me to buy a console every time I want this game? Or, I mean, who doesn't have a console now? There's so many that are sold. Like, oh, I was really waiting for that Star Wars one that beeps like R2-D2. Yeah, that's why I didn't buy an Xbox. Or, now my Xbox broke. Now I need to buy the Gears of War one. I don't know. Game. And then maybe one day you just fucking hate the series. Like, Kale, I think, fell into that thing where it's like he bought the Metal Gear Solid 4 console, which is awesome because it was backwards compatible, and you could buy it around the time when the consoles were no longer, PS series were no longer backwards compatible with PS2 games. But now you look at it, and it's like, you know, we all loved Metal Gear Solid 4 when it came out, then just kind of, you know, reflecting on it, I'm like, hey, you know, it wasn't that good. And now you have to have Metal Gear Solid 4 staring at you every day. And you're like, oh, cool, that was a good movie. I mean, game. MF Gaming Network, how did you get into video games? There's like 2 levels of that. I always played them as a kid, just kind of casually. It's just what kids did, right? You know, you had Zelda or whatever. You know, anyone who was born 1985 can relate with this with me. You know, you get a Super Nintendo for Christmas, and you play Zelda and Mario. That's just what you do. Then there was this kind of second coming around the PlayStation time when, you know, games all of a sudden just became a lot more interesting. and they were a lot deeper, and I realized I was investing a lot of time and effort into them, and like, you're actually getting emotionally affected by games. That's kind of that's what really got me into it, was games like Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Final Fantasy VII, Abe's Exodus, those kind of games. So late 90s sort of time, that's when I really got into them. Also, I couldn't play them for the longest time because, I got shit grades. Ignore my belching. Sin War 14. What do you like about Neon Genesis Evangelion over other shows? It's not like your typical anime, I guess. Watched a few of it, and it's just kind of like, it's a story that actually goes somewhere, and it has an ending. That's probably what I like about it most, and just the Japanese take on, Christianity is kind of cool, and it's just a fucked up series, and I really like it. Asian Hoopstar 11, also known as Andrew Yang. What is Lyle like in real life? He's a funny guy. He's a funny, awkward guy like all of us. We're all just weird around each other. But I like Lyle a lot because he's one of those guys who actually challenges me to be funny. I like hanging around people that are funnier than me because then it makes me have to kind of step up and come up with funny, weird stuff. And that's why Lyle is awesome for that reason alone. He also did a fucking awesome job with the Deus Ex skit we did for the Saturday show. I just told him, hey, Deus Ex coming to the Mac. I need you to do what you did for Duke Nukem. Just, do your gay thing. And he was like, all right, cool. And he came up with all these jokes just right then and there, and he got it to me in like an hour. So, yeah, Lyle's he's a badass. He's going to go places like the mall. Rude Warrior 83. Which would you rather have in real life? Batman Arkham City, Asylum Fighting, or Assassin's Creed Revelations? What would I rather have in real life? I guess I'd rather choose the life of the Assassin's Creed because it's cool. Ezio gets to sleep with all the chicks and kill people. Batman's just brooding, and he's really buff, and he punches dudes. Yeah, and I don't want to hang out in Arkham City or Asylum for the rest of my life. That would suck. The Mr. Lee. How is it that your hair is so awesome? White people syndrome. Genes. I don't know. It's just something we have. A Furious Pancake. Any hobbies besides gaming? Yeah, I like to read. I like watching shows and movies, but gaming takes up a lot of that time. It is probably my most prominent hobby. Yeah, oh god, I can't even really think, because it's like editing or making videos, like what I'm doing right now is a hobby. I like to edit. I like to, do stuff like that. So, not that this is the most, labor-intensive edit I've ever done, but, yeah. Not a lot of extra stuff on the side. I like to ride my bike. I went on a bike ride yesterday with my lady. That was fun. There. I have a hobby. I'm not a total weirdo. K Brown 91. Can you recommend some good video game books? I know about Halo, but are there any other good ones out there? P.S. You rock. Keep it up. Good video game books. The only one I can recommend off the top of my head is Fall of Reach. That's probably about it. Karad Explo. Sorry, dude. I'm fucking up all your names. I apologize. I cannot read. How long till you are 40? Well, I'm 26 now, so do the math. King Clutchness. Who is going to be on the Gears of War 3 live stream? Shoot. I could pull up the list, but it's going to mostly be the Respawn guys, myself. I think Hundar's on there. The regulars. I don't think we're getting any special guests like Cliffy B or anything like that, so shed a tear for Sir Cliffington. Crooked Gaming. Judging by what you've seen, what games do you think might give directors a chance to bring something new to the video industry? So video games that allow for machinima. I don't know, because no one's really doing machinima anymore, which really bums me out. I guess Modern Warfare 3, if it has that theater mode, you can do that. Battlefield 3, hopefully, has some kind of playback editor, which there's rumors that it will. Not a lot, though, sadly. I did find out that Blacklight Retribution last night is going to use the Unreal 3 engine, so if you're on a PC, you could do some of that. It's a free-to-play game, so hey, there you go. Turk, what kind of music are you into, and who is your favorite band artist? I've been asked this a million times. I will say the music from right now, what I'm really into is the music from the movie Drive. Go check some of that stuff out. I could probably post some links in the description here. Good stuff. It's got this weird 80s stuff. If you've ever seen Bronson, it's kind of like the music in that movie, but just cooler. And it, being from LA, it had this it just worked with the movie. Kind of felt like that movie Heat a little bit, and the music just made it perfect. So there was that. Kyle 4GE, what will PS4 have to feature to overtake the new Xbox for most played console? I don't know. I honestly don't think there's going to be consoles next generation. I think it's just too much of a clusterfuck. It's too much of a pain. And developers are... speaking of free-to-play, I think developers are leaving the console because free-to-play is kind of becoming the new thing, and I don't know, console exclusive seems like such... It's like, that's so 2006. That's so 2007, you know. I think it's a dying thing. It's too expensive. So, I think the future is going to be PCs. It's going to be, you know, the Xbox-powered PC. So you can play Xbox games, but you just have to have a PC that meets, like, minimal requirements or something like that. I don't know. So, yeah, because what's the PS4 going to have? Like, you know, a passenger seat? What else can you put into that thing? It's just, it comes down to, can I upgrade this thing so that graphically games still look good and they play well? It's like, well, all you could do with, you know, each of the other consoles is, you know, upgrade the hard drive. That's not enough. You got to update the video card so you can do DX11 and not DX9. So, I can't really see a new console coming out from either of those guys. Are they working on them? Yes. Is it going to happen? Maybe. Does it make sense? Probably not. Makes as much sense as the Kinect or motion control. I just hit a button and it says I have 77 new tweets. I'm going to read them all because I like to. Hopefully I get all of them. Gallagher Keith, what was the first game you were really into? I think it was Final Fantasy VII. I think, yeah, I already pretty much answered that. Just, I remember the timer capping off at 80 hours, I believe, and I did that 3 times. It's just a really good game. Mackenzie Smith 59. Oh, Mackenzie Smith 59. God, I'm a retard. I cannot fucking read Twitter names. What features would you like to see on the next generation of consoles, and when do you think they will come out? Pretty much just did a big answer for that. A big, gigantic, negative answer. So sorry. Brendan825. Who usually goes to gaming conventions at Machinima? It's kind of the typical people. Myself, Sark sometimes, Hutch usually, kind of. It always kind of varies. It's the regulars are pretty much me to go cover stuff, just because I apparently do a good job of it, so that's always fun. Usually, like, Billy Shibley, like, tags along, or he gets in and makes appointments and does stuff like that. He's there sometimes. It varies. It varies from show to show, also. So, but typically I'm there. So if there's a big show, except for BlizzCon, I'm not going to BlizzCon, which sucks because I actually want to go this year. The one year I want to go, I'm not allowed to go. It sucks. Well, it's Realm show, so it makes the most sense, right? So maybe they'll let me tag along with them. That'd be awesome. Kana GH Howitt, I fucked up your name. Is Tabe going to become part of the Machinima team one day? I hope so. Every time he's down here, I ask him when he's going to move here, because I think he'd have a lot of fun here, and I think he wants to move down to LA because he just likes hanging out with us. He's seriously part of the family. I really like Tabe. He's a good guy. He's a lot of fun to hang out with, and he's a perfect fit. So yeah, hopefully he comes down sometime. Grim Rubix, are you a fan of anime or Japanese pop culture? I've heard you reference anime before in many IGDs. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm into it as much as any other middle-class white kid. You know, Pokemon, I watched it a little bit because my younger brother was into it. I didn't really care for it, but I'd watch it and be like, oh, look, he evolved. Sweet. And then Dragon Ball Z I was really into. Cowboy Bebop was a great series, you know, and then Samurai Champloo, all that stuff. And also meeting Steve Blum, or Bloom, however you pronounce it, the guy who did the voice of Spike Spiegel, was a very fucking cool moment for me when we did their audio, or the audio of Dead Island thing. I was like, I got really kind of like nervous, like, oh my god, you're awesome, because you have an awesome voice. But I don't really keep up with anime. I just, I don't know. Evangelion was kind of the end of it for me. I think I stopped being a middle-class white kid and became a middle-class white, you know, male. You know, I'm just an adult now. Can't really watch the kids' cartoons anymore. I'm sorry. But yeah, I still reference it from time to time because I know enough about it. Blake Bar 2 again. I'm getting a new PC soon. Any games you could recommend? All of them? Really? There's so many good ones. Shit, dude. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, check out the games that are PC exclusive. Or off the top of my head, Battlefield 3 you're going to want to get on a PC because it's going to be sweet. You want to push that thing to the limit. But look at like the free-to-play stuff. Like Firefall's a good example. Tribe, stuff like that. Free games are awesome. And then Diablo 3, StarCraft 2, stuff like that. Look at the PC exclusives, and you're kind of on the right path. Alex has hair. If you could only have one pizza topping for the rest of your life, what would it be? It'd probably have to be extra cheese. It's like it's all or none for me, really. I want it all. And probably mushrooms. I like mushrooms. COD Gamer Dave, are you ever going to quit Machinima for any reason? Unless the only way I could leave Machinima is if we get bought out by like a church group and they want me to stop cussing on my show. That's probably about it. After that, yeah, as long as I can keep doing what I'm doing, I have no reason to leave. Because they give me a lot of creative freedom, and I have a lot of fun, and I work with fantastic people. I can't see myself leaving, and having to go somewhere else would suck. Oh, God. It's where we work is, like, not real. It's not a real world. It's just so crazy. We live in our own weird little bubble. I imagine going, you know, if I had to go back to, like, G4, then I go to, like, IGN or something, I'd be so miserable. I hate my life. WW Braveheart 4. Also, why don't you look at me when we have sex anymore? Smiley face. That doesn't require a smiley face. It'd be a sad face. Johnny Royal 4400. If you can add any feature to Halo Reach's gameplay, what would you add? PS, you're awesome. I don't know. I thought Reach was pretty damn good. I don't know. Run at 60 frames a second. Make it less blurry. I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of much. I really like Halo Reach. I thought it was well done. I would like more people to play it, but that's more of Call of Duty's fault than Halo's. I mean, Halo's time is gone. Sad. It's a sad fact, and it's not the series it used to be. And you know, the console shooter king has been crowned, and it's Call of Duty. A Squeever, is your body ready for all the lolly Skyrim mods to come out? Or is that like those sex mods they put out for Oblivion? I don't know what the lolly ones are. I just want to play Skyrim. God, I've been talking about this game. I seriously have the trailer. Not the music, not just the music, but like the trailer audio has been playing through my head. I'm not even kidding about this. I was joking with Hundar about this. Like, the fucking trailer has been in my head. The guy like, there is one that they fear, Dragonborn. I'm like, that's in my head. Jesus, like I just want to play the game so badly. I don't know what it is. I'm probably gonna have to go through Oblivion soon just to kind of get ready for it. Super awesome law. Do you like Mudkibs? Oh, you and your Yahoo chat rooms. Slam Tarts, why you no play PC games with me? Real question is, do you expect consoles to evolve soon to keep up with system demands for games? BF3. Yeah, I don't think consoles are going to evolve. It's I already talked about this, but yeah, I can't really. It's putting it's like putting a Band-Aid on, you know, the flesh wound. It's just it can't keep up, and it's holding PCs back. So I don't know. Consoles are great for what they are, but they just need I think maybe they just need to make PCs affordable and make upgrading affordable. And once we have that, we can keep playing pretty games for the rest of our lives. And PC, you know, maybe there's a small enough PC that can fit in your living room, or maybe it's a Wi-Fi signal from your PC to your living room, doing wireless video via OnLive, but local instead of long distance. And your games will always look pretty. With a, you know, maybe it costs about $200 to upgrade your system every 2 years. Like that's worth it to me. If that means I don't have to, you know, keep buying new consoles every, 5 years or whatever. Daft Punk 989, hard or soft tacos? Damn, tough question. They're both good in their equal respects, really. Diamade 85, what's your favorite thing about working at Machinima? I don't know. I love it there. I love that I work with cool people and I can do whatever I want. That's really the two highlights for me. Andre _C. Sorry, I fucked up your name. Why do you think games are getting easier each year, single player? A good game used to be challenging without being frustrating. I don't know. That's a good question. I think a lot of it comes down to people just not having time. There's like some kind of what was it? Someone put out some stats where they're saying like 80% of people just don't finish games. So people probably want to just make them easier or have more incentives. I don't know. Maybe it's just a minority of people who actually finish games. I like to finish games because I want to know what happens. That's the same reason why if I watch a series like Deadwood or The Wire or something, or even How I Met Your Mother, I want to watch it from the beginning. I want to know I don't want to know the ending first and do that. I just want to play everything from the beginning to end. Maybe not everyone's like me though, and I'm sure most of you guys are, because we're all gamers and we want to just see everything from beginning to end. But I think there's a lot of people who are like me in a lifestyle wise, who just they have a family, or they're going to have a family, and they have a full-time job, and they don't really have time to play games, so they're just kind of like, meh, don't have time to finish this stuff, and they want it to be easier, maybe, and they don't want it to be, I don't know. Yeah, I prefer a good challenge, though. Like, I'll say Resistance 3 is a good example of that. Resistance 3 and Space Marine were good single player. Same with Deus Ex. A lot of good single player games out this year, actually, which is good. We need more of that. Lee Man, if you could make one universe into an MMO, what would it be? Halo, Deus Ex, etc. Mass Effect. I think Mass Effect would be a great MMO. Raffle Cowopter. It's a Raffle Cow and a Copter. I like that. When do you think the BF3 beta will be released? And what are your thoughts on Minecraft 1.8? Now, haha. Fun thing about Battlefield, I got some fucking inside info about that. That was supposed to happen like on the 5th of this month. So it's been long delayed due to consoles. They, if you follow that news story, basically it's in the certification process. Yeah, it is a pain in the ass. It really sucks, because I've been wanting to play that all this month. But hey, maybe the delay is good. So maybe next week. If not that, early October, and then the game's out. So thanks. That's fantastic. Minecraft 1.8 looks cool. I can't wait for the final version to come out, and we get some NPCs, and we get some get kind of the game that I've wanted. So, because I've complained about, it's like I just don't care for the open world, do whatever you want mentality. I want, I want there to be guidance. So I think by adding in NPCs and quests and stuff like that, I think it's going to be great. So, great step for 1.8. That's fantastic. And I'm glad people are still paying attention to Minecraft. We had a lot of, I guess, flack maybe, I don't know, but there was a lot of discussion last year when we nominated Minecraft for Indie Game of the Year, or Best Downloadable Game, I think, too. I forget which ones it won, but because it was, it was in beta. It still is in beta. But the argument was, Minecraft will never be this popular again. We need to ride the wave now, because if it ever officially is a release, no one's going to care then. So we have to, hop on the hype about it now. And it's really kind of cool to see that people are still playing and talking about Minecraft, and it's still popular. So that is really cool. That's just a testament to how cool that game is. Harvey D. Is anyone from Machinima attending Eurogamer Expo in London? I believe Ken Burton is. Look for that, British savvy man. But yeah, the rest of us are just at home. Speaking of the IGA, as we're getting ready for the Inside Gaming Awards, gearing up for all that stuff, just trying to get all of our shit together. So a lot of stuff being worked on, a lot of crazy stuff. Savor the Cool. What do you see Machinima or Inside Gaming being in 10 years? Hopefully around. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. We go with the times, man. It's how we roll. Whatever's happening, that's what we do. We try to evolve and not get left behind. And I think we're doing a good job of that so far. Maybe I did make a black dick joke on Friday. That's a sign of the times, right? Yeah. Voodoo 6. What is your favorite YouTube channel that isn't video game related? Man, you guys love asking that question. Harry Partridge or Mr. Weeble? Ranu, is your last name Czech? Yes, my original last name was Kovacevic. It was changed to Kovic when my grandparents came to Ellis Island. Eldraco 9. How excited are you for Skyrim? Like I said, theme stuck in my head. I fucking can't wait for Skyrim. It's gonna be so good. Trissy Bear 69. What was the best concert you have ever went to? Gwar. Saw Gwar 1 year. Holy shit, Gwar. I'm not really into concerts because they're loud and I can't hear people, and it's just, drinks are expensive, but, oh man. Cockeran, what sources do you use for Inside Gaming Daily? It's just whatever I'm perusing. It's also whatever our editorial team finds, but, whatever I'm finding on Reddit, whatever I find on my Google Reader, which is like a number of websites, which includes the news aggregate site N4G, which fuck those guys, but I still use them because it's still find links. I want to do a segment on the show called That Should Have Been Called a Forum Post, or that belongs on a forum, or something like that, where you just take N4G headlines and you're like, look, really? This is really a news headline? It sounds like something on the forum, like, don't worry, PS3 is still awesome. Like, really? You're a blog and you're writing about that? Go, god damn. Oh, it's the top story of the day. Jesus. Blah. Unknown Mango, game of 2011 so far, in your game of 2012 from the list announced title so far. I love IGD. Love you. No homo. Game of the year. It's going to be a toss-up between Dead Space 2, Portal 2, and Bastion. Pretty sure Skyrim's going to get a lot of love. Just saying that now. Who knows? So, I mean, it's one of the most anticipated games. Uncharted 3 is a great contender. Batman Arkham City is a great contender. I can't really see any shooters getting Game of the Year this year. I think the industry is just tired of them. Or at least by industry, I mean like the game critics, including myself. Kind of people are just sick of that. And next year, I don't know. Mass Effect 3, possibly. What's going to be after that? Prey 2 looks fucking cool. Don't know if that could be, Game of the Year, but it looks cool. I don't know. Yeah, it's a fun discussion. We should talk more about that closer to November. Harvey D again, what is your opinion on not challenging Bethesda to a match of Quake? I thought it was funny. It's sad it didn't go anywhere recently. Bethesda was like, that's nice. We're still going to sue you. It's so stupid. The whole thing's retarded. Chefs R, what's the shittiest game you ever bought? I'd probably say Devil May Cry 2. Now, maybe it's just because I typically don't buy a lot of games, or I do now, but when I was younger, it was always like a gamble. I love Devil May Cry 1. Such a good game. Pre-ordered Devil May Cry 2. One of the few games I ever actually pre-ordered. And played it, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that game sucked. I rented a lot of games as a kid, just because I get through them really quick. But yeah, didn't... Usually when I bought something, it was like a friend had it, and I played it a lot, so then I bought it, because I knew I wanted it. Like Halo or something like that, but... Yeah, I didn't really buy a lot of shitty games. I've always been kind of smart about that. Random Stab. What do you think about the outrage that people have against EA's Origin EULA statement? Like I said, I can't read today. I'm very sorry. I don't know what the recent outrage is. I know there was the recent thing with the PlayStation, how we can't sue Sony anymore. But the whole Origin outrage thing, this is EA's what do you call it? The birthing problems or whatever, the growing pains. In 5 years, it'll all be forgotten. And Origin will be doing a good job, and then we'll also have Gamefly's service, which is the downloadable thing. And then Steam will still be rocking. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a tornado or a typhoon in a coffee cup. It's just a big deal being made about a very small thing. Bry Guy 100. Naked gaming, yes or no? No, because I have a leather chair. Even now, I can feel the unpleasantries. Frankly Belgian. What do you know about Belgium? Very little. I like your waffles that I buy from Costco, though. Fantastic. Forsaken Mango. If you could only buy 3 games this year, would Dead Island have been one of those games? Probably not. Fun game. Really good. Fuck, maybe it would be. I don't know. Because it's funny because it's broken, but it's so good that I like it, and I like the quest system in it, and I like the setting, and I like everything about it. But I don't know, that's an unfair question just because there's so many games coming out this year, and I've always hated that one thing. It's like, if you only buy one game this year, or you only see one movie this year, it's like, no, fuck that. If there's a good game, buy it. Buy Bastion, for the love of God. Buy Dead Space 2, especially now because there's a sale going on. Buy Saints Row 3, probably. I'm just saying, preemptively, it's probably going to be a good game. Uncharted 3, you're probably going to want to buy it. Space Marine, yeah, buy it. Like, don't just limit yourself. I mean, I understand if you have financial problems, yes, but if you can buy more than 3 games, just buy them. Especially kind of in my position, I want to just play everything, and I buy more games than I probably have any time to do with. And I get free games all the time. Like, I got Red Orchestra, that was sent to me in a press release thing, like, hey, here's a free code. I was like, cool, I don't know if I have time to play this. And then I did play it, and I was like, the hell? But I'm also very lucky, so, but yes, I did buy Dead Island, because I tweeted out about that deal where you can get it for $33 on the PC. So, fuck, yeah, maybe, yeah. It's so different and it's weird, and it's already sold a lot of copies, so we've been talking about Dead Island for too long. Moving on. Johan Brunn, do you know if there will be more quests outside of caves and dungeons in Skyrim than in Oblivion? Yeah, no, that's actually a really good question, because the weakest part, in my opinion, about Oblivion was the Oblivion Gates. It was like doing the same thing over and over, and it was kind of boring and tedious, and like, I didn't really care for it. What are they going to do in Skyrim? What are they going to do to, supplement that the whole Oblivion Warp Gate thing? I don't know. I'm really curious to see. Are they the dungeons? I don't know, because they've been touting how different they are. But I imagine there's going to be a lot to do in that game, and I can't wait to see how fun and broken it is before the patches come out. It's always fun. Cobros, are you concerned about
how the Dota 2 community may fall into the state of elitism as LOL and HONR. Yeah, of course. It's funny, I look at like Total Biscuit's tweets and he's like, motherfucker, I played LOL correctly, and it's just like, you guys, that game just seems too stressful and too time consuming and too thought provoking for me to play. I'll play Dota 2. Will I play it against other people that I don't know? Probably not. It's the same way I don't play StarCraft 2 online because I fucking fail at RTSs and interaction. I'm not a strategic fellow. I like the single player because if I fuck up and die, no one gets the brunt of my sadness except for me. So, yeah, Dota 2 community probably going to be a bunch of belligerent assholes. Andrew Hammy, what do you think was the most disappointing game of 2011 so far? Brink. It could have been so good. Every time I played it early on, it was cool. It was a cool game because it worked. And I don't know, I remember seeing like early problems with it and telling the people like, yeah, don't you want to fix this? And like, no, well maybe, we'll think about it. One of which was how many guns were unlocked in the beginning. It's like, maybe Call of Duty figured it out. Maybe unlocking weapons is a smart thing. Maybe having a progression system makes more sense, and having to play a tutorial to unlock a red dot is not the best idea. All they had to do, and maybe they'll do this for Brink 2, I don't know, but all they had to do was take Team Fortress 2 and combine it with the gameplay of Call of Duty 4. So the whatever it was, the spy class, I forgot what it was called, the Inquisitor or whatever, like he just had to disguise as people and be able to backstab. But you couldn't do that. It was so stupid. And then like the spawning system's fucked up and the revive system's fucked up. It's like, you guys, you had something, and your spawn locations are retarded. They don't make any sense. It's like, and it just wasn't balanced. And it was the fact that you could play as any class, as any weight class, made no sense. It's like, if you're an engineer, you have to be either medium or heavy. You can't be light. Or like for, you want to play a scout class, you have to be light. There's a reason why Team Fortress 2 figured it out and why people are still playing that game, because it's balanced and it works. And they were just trying to reinvent the wheel with Brink, and it was just like, God, it could have been so good. It could have been great. And they fucked it up, and it's really sad. So yeah, that's been my disappointing game of 2011 so far, Brink. This is it, ye see. What are some of the most overrated and underrated games you've played? Bruh, I don't know. I'm interested because Gears of War 3 is getting a bunch of 10 out of 10s and 9 out of 10s. We'll see about that. Underrated, though, Space Marine. I don't think it's getting the love it deserves. It's a really good game. You should play it, I think. Off the top of my head, though, I don't know if something comes up. I'll let you know. But play the demo of El Shaddai. Give that a try. It's different. It's weird. You play like an angel with jeans on. It's weird. Kind of cool. Billy Bob McPhee, would you like to do the voice of a character in a game like Nathan Drake? Yeah. When I was at Volition, I kept basically kind of petitioning like, hey, if you need voice actors for Saints Row 3, I'd be more than happy to do something. And they were like, yeah, that'd be cool. And then before you know it, Nolan North is doing like the main voice actor. I think it's just because it's different studios doing it. But God, I would love to be in a video game. I think that'd be cool. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I got to become like really good friends with a game development studio or something like that, and they'll let me be a voice. I would love like the Rooster Teeth guys. So fucking lucky how they got to be voices in Halo 3. I thought that was so cool. I want that to happen to me one day. That'd be cool. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not big enough. So sad. No, whatever. I'm not famous enough. So stupid. Tatch95. The stupid thing I'm saying is I don't care about internet fame. I think it's retarded. I think it's awesome that people watch what I do and enjoy what I do. That's enough for me. I don't need people to be like, oh my God, you're famous. Like, the fuck, the fame, internet fame? Like, shut up. That's a joke. Seriously, all I do is make silly videos and you guys enjoy it. That's good enough for me. People were like, I want to be famous for what I do on the internet. It's the internet. Come on. We get to just, it's a giant circle jerk. It's stupid fun. Come on, it's cat videos. Don't make it like you're Jesus or something. It's stupid entertainment. Anyway, sorry. Random rant. Tack95. I'm fucking up with your names. I'm so sorry. Where did you buy the fucking unicorn shirt? Threadless. It's usually $10. It's a good place. That's where I get most of my shirts. Cock-er-ran. Oh, I have another one. Why is your personal channel not partnered? It isn't, right? Well, I made it like in 2006. No one cares about it. It's just my own little thing. I already have like 2 strikes against it when I uploaded like copywritten stuff as in the early days of YouTube. So I don't think it can be partnered. And I don't want to. I don't think. I'm not sure if I'm eligible. I don't know. The partner thing is just silly. This is just a place for me to dump my own personal stuff. And I don't know if you know about the. Maybe I shouldn't talk about how we get paid, but I'll be clear. It doesn't matter how well or good or bad my video does. I don't get paid on views. I just get paid a normal. I get a paycheck like it's a job. So there's it's not like sub for sub. Yeah, and it's like channel views don't mean anything. We just want to make a good place. I like it when the videos do good views, but I don't get extra money or anything like that if my video does really well. It's just not how it works for us. So channel partnering thing doesn't make a lot of sense. Rollo781, hey Adam, what happened to the quasars? We'll see them again. Maybe. I need to bring them back. I know you guys love those quasars. One-off joke from like 3 years ago and you still love it. I think that's great. Daniel24595, what is your desktop background? Currently it is of the Westeros from Game of Thrones. It's actually a huge map. It's very pretty. Maybe I'll put a link to it. I think I got off Wallbase. Great background though. It's very pretty. Next we have Hex Ionas, Daniel O'Neill. If you tell people you work with video games, do they automatically think you're socially retarded? No, they actually think I make video games. I'm like, no, I just talk about them. Like, you have a job talking about video games? I go, yes. Then they walk away. Johan Brunn, of the games left of 2011 that has not come out yet, which are on your top priority list? For me, it's Skyrim, BF3, and so on. I can pull up my list, and seriously, if it's coming out, I'm going to play it. That's what it is. It's like, if you've heard of it, I'm going to play it. So, off the top of my head, Dark Souls, Batman, oh, fuck, what's the other one? Gears, Saints Row, Uncharted, Skyrim, and there's always like that one other game that we always forget about that's coming out this year, and we're like, fuck. Yeah, I'm excited about all of them. This is a great year in gaming. I'm just going to say that. It is crazy how much good stuff is coming out. Fantastic. I love it. Dirty Monkeys. What were your favorite childhood shows? Sorry if you've had this one before. Love the show. Keep it up. Favorite shows as a kid. Love the Batman series. The TAS, Batman the Anime series. I love Batman Beyond. I guess that's less kid. That was just more of like pre-adult. God, I don't know. X-Files I love. Simpsons I've always loved. Futurama, which is still on, thank God. It's so good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a lot of stuff, but I always enjoyed TV. Also wasn't allowed to watch TV because my grades sucked. Patrick Lebu, dear Kovic, if you had a favorite word, what is it? Onomatopoeia? Maybe? There's a better word than that. I know there is. Adam McGinnis, if you had to play one sports game, what would it be? Loving NHL 12 right now, myself. I love the Blitz series. Blitz was good. Because it's so unsportsy. I'm bad at sports games. I'm really bad at them. Good at a lot of games, just not sports one. Skiller J. Poop. Yes, we all do it. Fireburner123. If you can live in any fantasy world, which one would it be? I don't know if this has been asked before. Kind of here and there. I don't know. The Kingdom Hearts world. That's kind of fun. Just one legend. Just one legend. Blah. I suck today. I'm sorry. Do you play Dungeons and Dragons? If not, are you going to be interested to play it? A lot of guys at the office play it. Never got into it, but I should give it a try. It's funny. We have like different levels of nerds. We have like everyone's just kind of a gaming nerd. And then we have, like, the Magic guys, and then we have the D&D, and then I think it even goes beyond that. I think it might start with, like, Warhammer Tabletop soon. Lactose-free Juan, what's the fastest you've beaten General Ram on Insane Difficulty? I think I only beat him once, because it was Insane Difficulty. He did on co-op. It was a lot of fun. I think it took, a good while, like a half hour or something. Doomsdave96, how did you get into the Machinima business? Just futzing around, dude. Yeah, I talked about it earlier on this show, this episode, how I got in. But it's funny, I was always kind of interested in making Machinima before I even knew what it was. I was making kind of little head bobbing videos in Halo 2 and other stuff before I even knew what Machinima was. So I kind of just had like it was kind of an easy calling. It made sense to me that where things were going. I was in the right place at the right time. I like cereals. What old school game system do you love the most if you had to pick one? I don't know. The game system has never really been that interesting to me. It's what games can I play. It doesn't matter if it's a PS3 or it's an Xbox or it's an SNES. If I can play the game, that's all I care about. So, like, as time has gone on, console nostalgia has kind of died for me because I can play those games as ROMs and emulators. So, blah. I mean, PS2 had a lot of good memories for me in terms of like the library of games that came out, and it was a really unique time, a unique, assortment of games coming out at that time, and it was a really cool time to be a gamer. Manata Jr., do you like sports? If yes, which ones? I like watching them here and there. I'm not really big on football because, LA doesn't have a team. I played lacrosse in high school. I don't know why, because it looked weird and it was kind of fun, and I was getting fat, so I had to get some exercise. I like watching basketball because, Lakers, they're usually in the playoffs. I don't really watch anything religiously. I like watching hockey, though. Hockey's awesome. A lot of fun to watch. Rush Adam, who has the easiest job at Machinima, in your opinion, and who has the hardest? I don't know who has the easiest, but I know the hardest definitely probably Talbert, because he has to put up with our bullshit. Being a boss of a bunch of man babies. Feel bad for him. P. Killer Major, when the popular people at Machinima, such as yourself, leave, do you think Machinima will change a lot? I mean, that's a good question. Would Machinima be the same without, us, the hosts, the people? I don't know. I've always kind of prided ourselves on that, and kind of dinged other outlets like IGN. It's like a rotating door over there, like G4. Yeah, they have some consistent hosts, but it's like they almost just don't care. And everyone you see who's a host, who actually is a host at Machinima, is very invested. It's not a lie. It's not an actor putting on a farce or anything like Hundar. If he's into if he's up there talking about Warhammer, he's really into Warhammer. If Sark's up there talking about Battlefield, he's really into Battlefield. If I'm up there just talking about the news, I'm really into the news, whether it comes off that way or not. I don't know, but we have a lot of real personalities, and I think we have a good relationship with our fans directly. Like, I do this kind of stuff just because it's a cool way to interact with you guys. So I don't know. Is this company built on the personalities, or is it just kind of the do you guys just prefer Sonic for hire? I don't know. Do you? I don't, because also what's a personality too? Because there's so many people. There's there's a Sonic for Hire. There's the Sandy Not Included. There's the How It Should Have Ended series or stuff like that. But I don't know. That's a very, very good question. We'll have to find out if it ever comes down to that. W. Remsen, if we ever met, can we enjoy a nice dinner with wine together? Yeah, sure. That's not weird in any way, but why not? Santiago Slayer, who uploads all the videos on Machinima? We have an entire department called Deployment. It's made up of a few guys in a very cramped office, and they all upload stuff, and they do a fantastic job. Glinch93, how do I get a contract with Machinima? I believe you just have to have a channel with a bunch of subs, and then you contact the right people, or they contact you. Explosive Lemons, what do you think about having an MMO that's an open-world zombie survival where you can raid other player safe houses for supplies? I don't know about the whole player versus player aspect. If it's optional, that'd be nice, but an MMO where you survive the zombie apocalypse would be pretty cool. Gorilla Nostrils, would you make love to a puppy? No, that's sad. It has to be at least 4 years old. Rush Shadam again. Do you accept random friend requests on Steam? P.S. Try not to say my name wrong. Try not to have... What was it? Rush Ad M. That's... I'm sorry. Oh, your real name's Rashad. Rashad. Oh, see, I could read Rashad. It's just saying all these random capital letters squished together. I'm sorry. No, I don't really accept Steam requests because that's the one place I kept getting spammed whenever I get on there because of having that, I am box right there. So I typically don't accept, and I'm sorry that I don't. I just try to... It's like, I'll accept anybody on an Xbox Live even though that's full, but it got a little too crazy earlier with Steam when I had like 256 people pinging me at one time, and it's like, I just want to play, with a couple of friends right now, and I can't play Team Fortress 2 with a bunch of other people, but we do have like Steam groups and stuff like that to kind of rectify that problem. And my throat is dying because I've been talking for an hour straight. Maskila, I'm fucking up like an M, sorry. For the win, kids, will you have them in the near future? Possibly. We should all push our bloodlines forward in some way. Professor Pulse, what type of cell phone do you have? I have an iPhone. I'm sorry. Why am I sorry I have an iPhone? I don't know. Works well. That's all. It's a smartphone. It's smart. Cool Killer, what's your favorite part of working at Machinima? Also, when are you going to do an open reach COD lobby? Love IG Daily. I've already answered the favorite part of working at Machinima, but open lobby, when I get a capture card, because I want to actually record that kind of stuff. And thank you for loving IG Daily. I appreciate that. Mighty Mango. Yeah, Magno. Sorry. Have you ever watched My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? No. But what the hell's wrong with all you people? You kids love it. I think you all have a secret, like, furry love thing. It's probably those big eyes. You just love them. Kids fucking love the ponies. It's so weird. Weird meme. Rossi Blackwell. Who are your favorite game developers and why? I like the kind of the cool indie dudes. I don't know. They're all cool. I like Bungie. I like Insomniac. I really like Naughty Dog. They're really cool dudes. I can't really pick a favorite. They're always really nice, and they're always a creative group of people. I'm just speaking of any game developer. I've never met any that are just like total assholes. It's rare. Mr. J. Dyer. Why are you reading this? Because I wanted to, and you wrote that 40 minutes ago, which scares me of how many other questions we got. Nabushu. Hey, Adam. Huge fan since the beginning and love the show. Anyways, what common mistakes have you seen done in regards to Machinima? No pacing, bad camera angles, no script, bad voice acting, people leave the HUD on, a lot of problems. A lot of kids do that. Yeah, just people not trying. Seriously, just watch Red vs. Blue, watch Sanity Not Included, watch someone else who does it right, and will do it right as well. Titty TI, are you excited for the Vita? Yeah, I might actually buy another handheld. Just realized that. It's got a lot of cool games on it. I think I would really like the Vita. Battery life is not that exciting, but I travel a lot sometimes, and it's good to have handhelds. The 3DS actually helped me out with that when I was in Germany and I couldn't sleep. I played a lot of, got through a few dungeons in Ocarina of Time, so yeah, great to have a Vita. I think that'd be cool. Delta Unit 01, at your award show, will you have an award for most innovative multiplayer or an award for best multiplayer that isn't FPS? A stealthy lamp. Stealthy lamp. Is a stealthy lamp a game? I don't know. So out of it right now. No, we're gonna have best multiplayer as we've done before. Whether it's a first-person shooter, it doesn't matter. It's just, is it good multiplayer? I'm not gonna say who our nominees are, but I already have a couple off the top of my head that are not first-person shooters in the regard that you normally think of. So don't worry, we're thinking about it and we know what we're doing. Mazbot, what would be your dream game? I don't know. That's probably, that would take a lot longer, and we're already pushing over an hour on this thing, so I'm gonna keep going. Really, 23 more tweets? Jesus. All right, I'm gonna do this. Teddy T, I also are excited that you can play a first-person shooter on it like Resistance and Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm excited about the dual thumbsticks. I think that's really cool. I'm really glad they did that. Mike VI. Should games such as COD should have multiplayer servers that brings together 360, PS3, and PC gamers. By the way, I love your videos. That would be nice, right? If everyone could just play together instead of separating it up into 3 different areas, and people are like, oh, but the PC gamers would just destroy the console owners. I'm like, I don't care. If they wanted I bet a lot of console kids wouldn't care either. I think they'd be fine playing against a mouse and keyboard. They don't care. Or, kids on 360 probably could hold up pretty well against PC in terms of Call of Duty. Yeah, it'd be great. It'll never happen. Just because of licensing and all that other stuff. Cart, yes. Why aren't censored T-rated versions of M-rated games released? It would make the games available to a wider audience. I think it just takes development time. It's a time versus cost versus return sort of mathematic equation going in. They're like, well, if we made this game T, it would take about 6 more months of development to censor everything. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason, or maybe I don't know. Maybe it makes the games available to a wider audience, but also I don't think, if it's an M-rated game, you're just going to ask your mom to buy it for you anyway, and they're probably going to buy it. I don't really know a lot of people who actually adhere to that, but then I don't know a lot of kids, so what do I know? Jamie Craig, 1995. How are you? Thanks. I'm fine. My voice is getting a little scratchy, though. Hold on 2 seconds. Watch a little bit of gameplay. I'm going to get some water so I can keep talking. So much better. R7 Zach, any tips for my first year of college? It has only been 4 weeks and I feel the need to hit something. That's the first time you do anything. I got the same kind of feeling when we moved to the new office. Because I ride my bike into work and I had a new bike route. And it felt like I had the reminiscent feeling of, your first week of school. It was like really uncomfortable and it was weird. You get used to it. You'll be fine. Don't worry. 23 more tweets. Here we go. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Home stretch. We're going to do this. We're going to do it right. Car Eyes again, or Car TS. You don't seem so happy. When you had to only do IG daily, once a week, twice a week, it seemed you enjoyed it more and were less stressed. I'm always stressed. It's the whole thing. Just because I'm not smiling doesn't mean I'm not happy. You know the thing too, doing IG daily, filming in the morning is not my best time. And if something like pisses me off, like first thing in the day, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be in a good mood. I'm just one of those people. I don't know. I'm sorry if I don't seem like a happy person. I am very happy. It just doesn't show because I don't have that beautiful of a smile, and I'm sorry. But yeah, believe me, I have it a lot better than a lot of people, so I have nothing to really bitch about. But I like to stress out. I don't like it, but I stress out a lot just because I want to make a good show and I want to do good things. So sorry if it seems that way, but it's just because I care too much, which sounds weird. Zephromancer, Kingdom Hearts 3, will we ever see it? And do you usually mod games, and would you like to see more games with modding tools? Only mod a game if it's been out for like a long time, like Oblivion, and there's like updates and fixes that kind of make it, play nicer or better. Kingdom Hearts 3, yeah, probably in like 2 or 3 years, maybe. Hopefully we'll hear something. I hope so. Fireburner123, what is the answer to life? I personally believe it is 42. If you get the reference, I'll give you a cookie. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You're so funny. Liam Roberts93, now that Machinima is a major player on the internet, what does the future hold for both the company and Inside Gaming? ? I don't know. I just hope we can just get to keep doing what we're doing. I don't want to change a thing. Like, oh yeah, we're big boys now. It's like, just let me make my dick jokes and talk about video games. That's all I care about. I hope the company does well, because it pays people paychecks, and it's good to have a job. Johan Brunn, I don't know if this is too late, but what are your footage or your front page subreddits? I can check right now my footage subreddits and read that like a dork. I check out R Gaming every once in a while. I got pics, Ask Reddit videos. I got the comics, First World Problems, Circle Jerks, Science, Apple, Offbeat, Game of Thrones, Vertical Comics, a bunch of stuff. I have the PS3 subreddit, the Xbox subreddit, Space Dicks. I don't look at that. Los Angeles, Gamer News, Fuck Yeah, Explain Like I'm 5. Got a bunch of them. Computing, Build a PC sales. I'm always up on those. Yeah, that's most of them. I pretty much read the entire list, so hope you like those subreddits. Emote66, what do you think about the 3DS's extra thumbstick thing? Do you like the idea of it, or Nintendo just trying to make more money? I think it's just poor design on their part. They should have just made the thing with an extra thumbstick to begin with. So now they're like, no, you can do this add-on, which it's more telling of the fact that they're going to do a redesign soon anyway. So, yeah, I will admit, I feel a little stupid buying a 3DS now after that design thing came out. So, fuck, yeah. I'm not too happy about it. The Troy T, I'm really interested in playing Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. What do you think of the game, and did you get any playtime? Haven't played it yet. Interested. Definitely interested in it. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see more. I think that's kind of a cool idea, but we'll see, because the Resident Evil franchise has just been kind of dead to me for a little while. Solus Epio, what do you think would happen if a major FPS games merge into one? All hell would break loose. Would be like dividing by zero. S. Brandley, when do you think Microsoft and or Sony will release their next console? God, you guys, this is, it's kind of interesting that you're all asking that. I guess you're all really tired of your consoles. I don't know. Clouded Days, Diablo 3, yes, no, maybe. Yes, definitely yes, I'll play it. And Torchlight 2. Everyone's like, yeah, fuck you, Diablo, I'm going to play Torchlight. It's like, yeah, play both. That's the beauty of having, money and choice. You can play 2 games. It's not that big of a deal, especially when one of them's only going to be $20. Deal. Jackie the Man 58. Hey Adam, smell my finger and when will you bite me continues. Bite me. I don't know when it's continuing. I know they're getting ready for it, but it is coming back. Kids love to bite me. It'll be there hopefully by Halloween. That'd be cool. But I have no idea. Chill Tricks. Thoughts on Rebecca Black? Well, it was fun while it lasted, right? Shogun 600. What is your most anticipated game? Probably Skyrim. Probably toss it between Skyrim and Saints Row. I get very excited about those games. Why no usernames? Wants to know why. You said. Yeah. Universal question. Optimus Rhyme. Are you a fun drunk? Yes. Maybe. I would like to think so, hopefully. Or maybe my view on the world is just distorted at that point when I have too much alcohol inside of me. Shogun 600. What is your all-time favorite video game? Don't ask me that. It changes like weekly. If I play a game and I really like it, I'm like, this is my favorite game of all time, and then I move on. Got it. I can't let nostalgia affect me, because I was like, oh, you know, because I hate old gamers. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's guys who are like, oh yeah, it'll never be as good as it used to be, or oh yeah, I'm still playing Oblivion. I'm not gonna play Skyrim. It's like, oh, fuck yourself, dude. Seriously, get off your high horse. Like, I still play the SNES. Good for you. That's great. You've missed out on about 20 years of cool games. So yeah, I don't really have like that one favorite game. I have ones that I remember fondly, but yeah, I can't really say I have like one favorite game, because there's no one perfect game, and I'm sorry if anyone else feels that way. Rybread8594. Recently, game developers have taken old RTSs and RPG games and turned them into FPS games. Do you agree with this practice? No, and you're actually wrong, because I thought the same way too, and then I watched my favorite guy in the world, Total Biscuit, do a little talk where someone asked the exact same question, and I'm going to give the exact same answer that he gave. It's only 2 games, XCOM and Syndicate. There might be other ones. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I think those are the only ones I could think of. It's 2 games, and it's a lot of people making a big deal about it, and it's like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal, probably. Syndicate will probably be good, because it's Starbreeze. And Starbreeze made Chronicles of Riddick, and they made Darkness, which I didn't play Darkness, but I played Chronicles of Riddick, which is a really good game. Now, a lot of people like Darkness, and Darkness 2 looks cool. I don't think Starbreeze is doing that one, but they're a pretty renowned developer. If anyone's going to do it, it should be those guys, and if they're going to update it and it's a FPS, so be it. But they're probably going to do it right, so don't get upset about it. And then the XCOM thing, XCOM actually looks kind of good. I don't think it's going to be as good as I would like it to be, but watching some of the gameplay stuff, and not actually being an XCOM fan, I've never played the original RTS, kind of excited about it. It looks cool. It looks neat enough. It's got like a LA noir vibe, like that time period with sci-fi. Like, all right, I'll play it. Looks fun. It's cool. And there's like this whole other side gameplay thing you could do. Like, there's this whole like side quest sort of thing where you can like up your funds, and I don't know. I think it'll be cool. But no, it's not running rampant. It really started with, what was that fucking game? Command and Conquer Renegade. It's like the original RTS FPS conversion, and it turned out fine, and it doesn't happen a lot, so it's cool. Don't worry. James Shenanigan, quick chat. Can't read that game. Oh, that's supposed to be a what, but the Q key was very close to his W key, so I'll read it correctly. What game are you looking forward to the most in 2012? Toss up. Mass Effect 3 and Prey 2. Buddy McGrit. Why? Get that question a lot today. XXBC2 Gamer XX. What is your favorite movie? RoboCop. Shogun 600. Favorite gaming genre? RoboCop. Ali Belly 6543. If you could only have one game this year other than Skyrim, what would it be? For me, it would have to be Portal 2. Smiley face. I don't know. Probably Saints Row, maybe. Game like I have to have. Or actually probably Batman. I've really been looking forward to the next Batman for a long time. 20 Scarecrow 04. Why do you think Microsoft and Sony are stalling the Battlefield 3 beta? They're not stalling it, on purpose. They have to go through their certification process, which is bullshit. And the fact that it's holding up the PC version just pisses me off. Yeah, they have to go through a bunch of crap. Cat! Sorry, I was attacked by a cat. 7 more tweets. This is truly the home stretch. We're almost done. Let me take a quick sip of this. Hold on. Oh, so much better. Okay. The Bit Show. I see you at XP. You owe me a bear hug. I seen you at XP. You owe me a bear hug. Smiley face question mark. When will that be? Lol. Also, when will there be open lobbies? Open lobbies, I don't know, sometime this year, whenever I get a cap card. And yes, I owe you a bear hug. Sorry, I didn't. Did I? So you did see me at Call of Duty XP. I'm sorry. I should have hugged you. I'm such a bad person. The real Tob Mid. Are there any new JRPGs you enjoy? No. Crowner 0. Will Machinima make any event badges for Battlefield 3? And why doesn't Machinima have a Ventrilo channel? That's a great question. We should totally have a Vent channel. Yeah, I think badges will happen for Battlefield 3. Makes sense. If they did them for Resistance, they have to do them for Battlefield. But yeah, Shogun 600, who's getting in his like 800th question of the day. Make a Machinima Inside Gaming audio podcast, please. Yeah, I would like to. I think that'd be a good idea. I'm all for it. Sure. We just need someone else to produce it because I can't do it because I don't have a lot of time. Sorry. Mr. Asianness, I'm planning on getting another computer, or getting a computer similar to yours and CNANers, and I'm just wondering how much heat it makes inside and out. Cool thing with the Cooler Master system that we have, it's got like 4 fans on it, so it actually keeps pretty cool, and according to my inside stats, it's doing pretty well. So, pretty fantastic case if you go with that one. I like it a lot. And then you could probably even do the liquid cooling thing if you really need to, if you live in somewhere like Africa or something. Connor Chambers, when did you know you wanted to work for a company such as Machinima? All my life. I've always been told by my madre, do what makes you happy. So this makes me happy, and I'm having a good time. McLovin02 with the final question. Probably too late, but any favorite sports teams? The Raptors, because they're a bunch of dinosaurs. I really have no love for any sports team. Anyway, everybody, that is it. That's all your questions. That was 75 minutes, pushing 76 right now, of answering your Q's and A's. Always good, always a fantastic time. One day this is going to take like 3 days to record. I don't care. I do it because I'm glad you guys have questions for me, and I love answering them. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. You know what? Fuck it. One new tweet came in. Mohammed Bilial, could you do one episode of Inside Gaming Weekly on the PS3? Yeah, we could try to do it in like Uncharted 3 when it comes out. Why not? Anyway, like I said, we're ending the show. I'm ending the show. I'm done. I gotta go. I gotta cap some gameplay for this thing. I'll see you guys next time. See you on IG Daily tomorrow. See you on the weekly, all that fun stuff. Later, guys.